SeatGeek is an app that aggregates tickets from all over the web to make buying simple. Not only do they get tickets from all over the web, but they let you know what's a good deal and what's not. They rank tickets from 0 to 100, green to red. Green meaning that's the best deal, and red meaning don't buy those because they're trying to get into your pockets. Not only that, but they show you a picture of what your view would look like from the tickets you're thinking about buying. If you want to go to any sports events, any concert, SeatGeek is the way to go. Link is in the description. Use the code KOT4Q for $20 off your purchase. And we back. Now, personally, I believe that there are no fan base more opinionated than the NBA fan base. Everybody thinks something a little bit different. In today's video, we're taking a look at some of those different opinions. And I'm not going to tell them that they're wrong, but I will criticize them, dissect them, and just talk about my opinions compared to their opinions, all right? Let's get to the first one. In 5 years, Clint Capella will be the best center in the league, not Embiid or DeAndre Ayton. Listen, y'all gotta slow your roll with the Clint Capella hype. Yes, Clint Capella is an above average player in this league. I cannot deny that. But I don't think he'll ever get to the top center in the league. When I think about the top centers in the league, pretty much throughout the entire history, I think about one thing, and that's the fact that most top centers in leagues can score the ball at their own will. Clint Capella has some offensive game. Pick and roll to the basket, pass you the ball, you'll dunk it. Pick and roll, throw the oop, you'll dunk it. But you're not going to give Clint Capella the ball in the post and let him go to work. That's not his game. But when you think about some of the other big men in the league that I would say are better than him, like DeMarcus Cousins. You can give DeMarcus Cousins the ball and he'll give you a bucket. Back to the basket, spot up for a jumper, he got that. Same thing with Joel Embiid. Back to the basket, spot up, he got it all. I don't think Clint Capella's ever going to develop an offensive game like that. I just don't. He's still going to have a pretty good career, but not best center in the league type year. I doubt it. I doubt it. Isaiah Thomas wasn't really an MVP candidate. Brad Stevens is just a great coach, and Isaiah was in the right system. When I read stuff like this, it makes me think that some people just started watching basketball. Go look at his averages from his rookie year. From being the 60th pick in the draft, he averaged like 12 points per game and got nothing but better every single year. Brad Stevens is an amazing coach. Do not get me wrong. His system definitely elevated Isaiah Thomas. But at the end of the day, in the fourth quarter, when those games were close, it wasn't Brad Stevens on the court making those clutch shots. It was this guy. It was Isaiah Thomas. Y'all, see, I think y'all are so blinded and y'all think so much in the now, right? Isaiah Thomas literally averaged 28 points the other year. He had a crazy injury. An injury so bad that coaches and doctors were telling him you shouldn't play in the playoffs, but Isaiah Thomas wanted to play so bad and he made his injury even worse. And then he gets traded. All right. You know, they probably want to pay him a max deal. Make complete sense. I wouldn't do that trade too. Trading Isaiah Thomas or Kyrie Irving? Sure. He gets traded and then he tries to elevate or speed up his process of coming back to the court, when in reality, he probably should have just sat out the entire season. And then he comes back, his hip still isn't 100%, so he's bad. But let's be real, Isaiah Thomas has always been a pretty good NBA player. It was not Brad Stevens making those shots, but I gotta say it. Brad Stevens does deserve some credit, but when you say stuff like this, it makes it seem like Isaiah Thomas was just a pawn. He was more than just a pawn in the whole Celtics thing. The one thing Brad Stevens did amazing was hiding Isaiah Thomas on the defensive end, because we know Isaiah Thomas is the worst defending PG in the league. The best thing Brad Stevens did was put pieces around Isaiah Thomas to help him defensively. But at the end of the day, it was still Isaiah Thomas taking and making those shots. Somebody in my comment section once told me that I only defend Isaiah Thomas because our nicknames are similar. So, there's that. Jason Tatum has the potential to be as good as, if not better than, Paul Pierce. I can agree with that. I mean, potential is always a question mark because not everybody in the world hits their full potential. I don't even just mean sports. I just mean like personal lives and everything. Not everybody hits their full potential. So I would say based on this first season of work, Jason Tatum's potential is through the roof. He's got potential to be one of the best players in the league, you know? But will he ever get there? That's the big question mark. Will his potential be capitalized? Because right now he's great, but it shows that he can get better and better and better. But not everybody gets better and better and better. They may get better and then stop. They may get better and better and stop. But they gonna get those 3 betters, you know?
They don't get those 3 betters? What is this guy talking about? Y'all like this dude? He be wildin'.
So I do think he has a potential to. Will he max that potential? That's the big question mark. Only time will tell. Pau Gasol is a Hall of Famer, 100%. Multiple-time champion with the Lakers. Rookie of the Year back in 2002 or 2003. Multiple-time All-Star. He's a Hall of Famer. And that's just his NBA resume. You got to think about his resume from when he plays overseas and all, because it's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame. There are plenty of people in the Hall of Fame that never played a single second of NBA ball. Since he had an amazing career overseas and everything. So, yeah, Pau Gasol is a 100% guarantee for the Hall of Fame. MJ's flu game is overrated. Who wrote this? Somebody, whoever wrote this has the best immune system ever. Have you ever been sick? It is impossible to do anything. Let's just assume that he was sick, because there is some conspiracy said that he was hungover, but let's just assume he was sick. Whenever I'm sick, especially with the flu, I don't want to do anything but stay in bed the entire day. He didn't stay in bed. He went to go play a basketball game. He didn't just play a basketball game. He played a basketball game in the finals. He didn't just play a basketball game in the finals. He scored 36 points and won. He scored 36 points and won.
So you had a good argument going, but it was 38 points. Which makes it a little bit better. Not 36, 38.
No, it's not overrated. It's one of the craziest accomplishments ever. The flu? Chills and yeah, it's not overrated. LeBron is getting robbed, stripped of yet another MVP if James Harden wins it this year. I don't see it this way, but I can understand the argument. LeBron is the best player in the league. He always puts up similar stats and everything, but we in the league where it's we have voters fatigue. You know, LeBron has what, 4 MVPs or something like that, and it seems like we're at the point now, we're like, yeah, we know LeBron is great, but let's just give it to somebody else. You know, let's just give it to somebody else. But I don't think this season LeBron deserves it. That's just my opinion. In January, he had like one of the worst months of his career. And I know he did it on purpose because he wanted to get everybody traded and all. But still, I don't think that's like that entire month is not MVP caliber. James Harden consistently over the regular season did the same exact thing, was great and everything. So I think James Harden does deserve it, but I understand this argument. I just don't fully agree. Paul George would join the 76ers this summer. I don't really want to say that, but I think it's a dark horse team. I know everybody say he wants to go to Atlanta, which is understood. He's from there and all of that.
Who? I meant to say Los Angeles. Why did I say Atlanta? Yo, it be 4 o'clock when I be recording these videos. You see how dark it is? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Kenny be tired. LA, not Atlanta.
But 76 should definitely be ringing his number on July 1st when free agency start. Obviously, they want to talk to LeBron once it all starts. But if they strike out on Bronny, they should call Paul George. Like, yo, we could use him here. We could use you. You can come here and help us contend. You saw how far we got this year. And we needed some veteran leadership. We needed somebody that can take over a game for us. And we think that can be you. Think about it. We got further in the playoffs than y'all did last year. Paul George can be like, yeah. And like Ben Simmons, you've seen Ben Simmons play. He's one of the best playmakers in the league just after the first season. He don't need to score the ball. You can be that scorer along with JoJo. Paul George like, oh, yeah. Like, and we're in the Eastern Conference. It's gonna be easy. Paul George, sign me up. But hey, who knows how it's gonna all go down, but I think that's something Paul George should definitely be considering. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave it a like. I always love to do this, give my opinions, because y'all know I'm an opinionated person. But nonetheless, thank y'all. Peace.